Welcome back to the Brew Crew podcast, everyone. This is episode 302. We are back separated, but I'm pretty sure we're recording. But
We definitely are.
That's part of the game here. It just says, usually it says the recording is starting, and then it will go, it's recording. Now it just said Matt is recording. So
right now it says, let everyone know they're being recorded. JT, you're being recorded.
Oh, yeah, you got to let everyone know, because if you record people without their consent, you can't use it in the court of law.
I think the most important thing that we need to, and he's cracking a blapple, so he's, I'm just going with an old standard, an old trusty. We just had a pleasant hour-long conversation.
Yeah.
Barely any of it podcast related. We have big news though, JT. We got to 20 advent calendars signed,
20.
sealed, and delivered.
So
thanks for everyone for making the deadline. Now, the only thing that you need to know is November 8th at 11 o'clock, we'll be getting together for the 4th annual BCP Advent Calendar build at the Barrel House.
Yep.
And we want to tell everyone, come as you are. It's officially going to be a pajama party, but if you don't want to wear pajamas, you just want to wear sweats, you want to wear bandanas, just come comfortable. Don't feel like you have to wear a leisure suit.
Yeah, definitely don't feel like you have to wear a leisure suit, but if you did,
yeah,
that'd be okay. Just so everyone knows, the Barrel House is at 417 East 3rd Street. So if there's any other barrel houses that you Google, don't go to those ones. Go to 417 East 3rd Street, Dayton, Ohio. Give out the address now that it's official.
If you do end up at another barrel house, that's good material. Let us know. Like if you're at the barrel house in like Omaha, Nebraska, let us know.
Record yourself.
Record yourself for posterity.
Yeah. 20, and all 20 of you need to. Yeah, we didn't need to prepay.
We didn't need to prepay.
So I mean, I didn't, and if you did, then that's wow. What a sacrifice you would have made. Because we don't know how much it's going to cost, but all 20 of you now we're relying on you.
Think of all that cash back though. That's what gets me up in the morning is that cash back.
Oh yeah, that cash back on your credit card.
Oh, that would be an impact statement, and we're going to make a positive impact there. We're still debating on pizza. There's a couple of different. Now everyone's got opinions. Not you, JT. I've told other people about pizza, and now there's like 6 different places that I should order pizza from. And this isn't just the owners, the founders, the benchmark, the foundation of this podcast, because we have thoughts. 6 other pizza places from other people. I'm excited because people are passionate about their pizza, and that's what I like. I like having those conversations.
This is not the time to be passionate about the pizza, okay? Because you're gonna have, when you're drinking, you don't need the best tasting pizza. You don't need your favorite pizza. What you need is pizza. Period.
Because
that's what we're looking at. I thought
we typically, when we go to the Barrel House, we're bottle rockets because they're exceptional tap list and everything that they have available there. We're like 2 or 3 beers and it's like, all right, I need a nap or something like that. The pizza is there to sustain, to coat our bellies, and so we stay a little bit longer and have a good time and the camaraderie, and we don't run out of the establishment when somebody's going to crack $100 beer to share with everyone. Like that's the signature. Like you can see like the dust. If we had effects, I would put it up. Yeah. The actual, people are like, I don't want that goodness. I'm going to get out of here before it gets scandalous.
Yeah, that's really been one of the thoughts on my mind the past couple years. Now, last year I left early because I thought we were done, and then I realized. And once you call the wife to pick you up, like you can't just be like,
things are set in motion.
Yeah, I mean, like that just ruins the weekend, But typically I'd be like, man, I'm getting hungry. Like we got to do something about this hunger. And I know that in the past they've had recommendations or Grubhub style delivery recommendations, but I never did it. And now we don't have to leave because we're gonna have pizza.
We're gonna have pizza. We're gonna have prizes.
Prizes and surprises.
I'm excited. I've got JT and I got raffle tickets. We bought. It's official. I found some old original BCP t-shirts. I finally found them when I was getting ready for. I was looking; they were in one of my costume boxes, so I'm excited to possibly give those away if people choose that. Otherwise, there's going to be Barrel House swag. There's other prizes. It just the excitement builds.
Yes.
We start thinking about this in August and September and organizing it, and we're like, oh, this is going to be. And now the excitement, it's going to be awesome. Going down and ordering them on Saturday and talking. And there's more prizes and hijinks that JT and I want to have the day of. It's going to be good times, JT. I'm super excited. So
it's going to be
again,
awesome.
November 8th, 11 a.m. Be there. It's going to be awesome. All right.
There. Even if you don't drink, be there.
I do want to say, because Sarah asked that we say something. They are going to have probably my favorite beer of all time, 120 minute on tap, a 2019 120 minute, which is a Dogfish Head IPA. It's the nectar of the gods. The unfortunate thing is it won't be on tap till 8 days after our calendar build. So November 16th, the 7th anniversary of the Barrel House opening, they're going to have a 2019 Dogfish Head on tap. No growler fills until the day after. I don't think the keg makes it through the night.
I don't think so.
What a treat. I told Sarah I would rep that too.
Treat. That's amazing.
It's a day or 8 days after. I would pay a lot of money for that to be involved in the calendar, but I do have 2019 sitting in the cellar. So if people are disappointed, I'll crack a couple of my bottles and hand those out to people. Obviously we can't do that the day of, but we'll find a way to get it to you guys.
Yeah. I have one from 2023, I think, but that's not very old.
Sit on it.
I'm sitting on it. Oh, I'm sitting on it.
It's uncomfortable. I can tell you're moving around.
No, that's great. That's great news. I'm not only interested in tasting the 120 minute from a keg, first of all, from that long ago, but also observing the people who are maybe avid drinkers but unfamiliar with what they're about to do to themselves with the weightiness of that beer. That night could get crazy. This isn't your standard IPA. This is
that's probably going to come in at like 17%.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts. People are going to get hammered on one, and they're going to be they're going to go hard. I already know it. It's going to be fun to watch.
Just exciting.
Gotta monitor those people.
So I do have a question for you before we get into our beer, and I know you have some prep that you did. So the opposite. Right now we're in fresh hop season. So Barrel House has some fresh hop on tap. So fresh hop, much more of like a West Coast, but instead of being an aged beer, it's very like, almost like the born on dating when you get like Miller Lite, Bud Light, whatever. Like when you have it's like canned that day. That's kind of a big deal in some of the bars in Wisconsin.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But that fresh hop, it's got a vibrance to it. Have you experienced like Lagunitas has a fresh hop?
No.
There's a couple bars at like went to Fifth Street Brew Pub. I hadn't been there. They have a fresh hop, but there's like a vibrance. So you don't have like that acridness that you do like that signature, but you much more of like a zest or like a citrus.
Oh, interesting.
So if you ever see it, and this goes for all the Chuggalos, anything that says fresh hop, what Stone does, drink by, a lot of those like drink by that's fresh hop, because it's not meant to, sit. You wouldn't want a fresh hop stored in a cellar or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I've just been turned on to it like in the last couple of weeks, but that fresh hop. So now anytime I see that fresh hop, and it's going to become a saturated over gimmick, but it's this time of year, like, because the hop cones or whatever, but you can't get like a fresh hop in spring or whatever, because you're the harvest hasn't happened.
Yeah.
But so just watch out for those fresh hops. Like if you just want that punchiness, that zest, citrus notes amped up a little bit, fresh hop.
Yeah, I'll watch out for the fresh hop. And pumpkin beer season's in full swing.
Yep.
It seems like it's actually starting to de-escalate a little bit.
Yep. Yep.
Even though with Thanksgiving coming, like I think they need to adjust these seasons a little bit. I mean, and I know it's not just like the U.S. is the only place that consumes beer, and not everyone has Thanksgiving, but pumpkins are relevant through almost the whole fall here in the
Yeah.
United States. So you just keep it going. I don't personally care about most of these pumpkin beers. Some of them are excellent, and I'm always open to trying them. But uh, some people love them.
Did you have any standouts this year, like pumpkin, like pumpkin beers or anything like of noteworthy?
No, I only had one, and I can't remember what it was because I had it at Mike's house when I was playing drums, and I did not even really look at the beer, to be honest with you. He's just like, "Here's a pumpkin beer." But I can ask him; he'd know.
I had a masthead pumpkin chai because I do
Ooh,
like
that sounds
chai. I do
good.
like pumpkin.
I love
It
chai.
like again, you say those like you say pumpkin, you say chai. That in your mind it
Hmm.
elicits. You already know what it is going in, and
Warmth.
obviously it didn't deliver a home run on either. It was fine, but that's the one that sticks out in my head. Because again, fall is the best beer season in my opinion. And that one didn't like. There's other like standards like Southern Tier makes a home run series, pumpkin beers and like Warlock. That I didn't seek those out this year. I tried to deviate, but the one that stands
Hmm.
out was that pumpkin chai, but it wasn't a home run on either side, the pumpkin
Oh
or the
man,
chai.
pumpkin chai beer sounds great. You know what? I want the companies that or the breweries that we're most excited to drink from,
Yeah.
450, Nightmare, even companies like or breweries like Maine or um, Alaska. What is it? Anchorage.
Yeah.
I want them to make one that they probably do. We just didn't see it, but I want to see what they're capable of doing with pumpkin because then we're sipping from a known source of high quality beer. Now,
Yeah.
Masthead's good. Obviously, they're good at making beer, but I want to try like a 450 North pumpkin beer.
That's they I'm not aware of one.
I'm not either.
I bought a bunch of 450. I can't say it on the recording, but I made a note, so we'll talk about it afterwards. But 450, I bought a king cake. They have you know what a king cake
Oh,
is?
no.
Like Mardi Gras, like the flat. It's almost like not a Kringle. Shoot, it's a New Orleans delicacy or whatever. King cake. It's a
No.
dessert, really? Okay. So, anyways, I'm going to tell you off
Oh,
the
is it the
camera,
thing
but
that has like a doll inside of it?
yeah. There's like a
Okay,
gimmick
I've
to
heard
it.
of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I had and it's actually going to come up for our first beer. This would be a nice preamble if we would have
Ooh.
because I didn't realize the first beer. I'm still debating on the order, and I think I have it right now. But uh, I got something to tell you off camera because I don't want to admit it on camera.
All right. Cool.
The
I'm looking forward to it.
the other thing is that I want to talk about is tipping culture. It's
Ooh,
something we've talked
we
about
should talk
before on the
about it.
podcast. So
Real
yesterday,
quick before we move on.
yep,
450 has brewed many pumpkin beers. They've brewed
I just haven't seen them.
the Great Pumpkin Shake, Volume 2 and 1, Slushy XL, Pumpkin Pecan Spice Latte, Pumpkin Pie
All,
Cheesecake,
all these
Pumpkin
things I
Head
would.
Slushy, let's see, Pumpkin Pie Cream Stout. Oh, that'd be interesting. I've never had a stout from 450.
All these things I want to buy, and they're like Treehouse where they do hundreds of beers a year, and Barrel House has a great selection right now. I bought a bunch on Friday, and you can buy them as singles. It's just fantastic, and a lot of theirs are still chilled too. They still have some on the shelf, which just gets me. It raises the hair on my like when I see like these slushies and they're not chilled, but
Oh, yeah.
um but
Asking for it.
so tipping culture. Yesterday went to Fifth Street Brew Pub. It's the bar that again part owner of. Hadn't been there in 4 years. I'm the worst owner of all time. Uh, Tipping cult. Our waitress had just passed the bar. I talked to JT about this. If you have like a monumental, please waitress be involved passively, or waiter waitress in our conversation. I tipped more for their life achievement because
Cool.
one, they did a job well,
Yeah.
but I tipped another 10-15% more. And I even wrote on there, congrats on passing the bar. That, like, when you have life achievements like that, I feel like those can intertwine. And it wasn't just dropped, like we were asking for recommendations or whatever. It was fantastic. And I was going to ask, does that resonate with you? Like when you're out with, family and loved ones or whatever, and a waiter or waitress goes, hey, I just had a baby or something, like life achievements or whatever, is passively involved in the conversation.
Interesting question. I might reveal something about myself that people won't like, in that maybe I'm a little I don't know, maybe this is like in an elitist mindset, but I don't consider myself to be an elite. I don't really want to talk to the waiter. I'm an opposite of you in that regard. Like
Not even,
I'll talk to him if yeah, like if the conversations merge, like we're talking about something that relates to
yeah.
them. Sure, I wouldn't mind hearing about it. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I guess interesting question. There's situations where, like Pine Club, definitely. Like if the waitress wants to share something about
Like an
herself,
anecdote or something.
yeah, like that's great. I like that.
Yeah.
That seems fun. Yeah, I guess in that, like, hey, I passed the bar. That okay, that's cool. Congrats. Um, but I don't want them to be too involved in my conversation. I think it's just because we don't go out frequently.
Yeah.
And when we do, it's because like we want to spend time with the people we're with. I don't know. Weird. That's a good question. I think
Interesting.
I would be interested to learn something about the wait staff that was there, but I'm not eager to.
Interesting. This, and we talked about this a little bit, for the Chuggalos or whatever. I said that I was going to bring up the Fifth Street Brew Pub. I didn't know it makes sense. So it's all just a balance or whatever. Obviously we don't want the individual to sit down or whatever, but we have relationships obviously with Sarah and with Tam Tots and stuff like that at King's Table or whatever, where like it it borders on, there's an actual friendship there. And
Yeah, that's
it,
different.
yeah, that's different. But like this individual, I don't know their name, but I was excited to hear that they passed the bar and stuff like that. And there was
Yeah.
jubilation at the table between the four of us at the table.
Bartenders, I would say bartenders, I'm right with you. I want
It's
to talk to the bartender. I'm interested
yeah.
in that. Uh, I don't know, just wait staff. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. And I just can't imagine that there'd be a situation. I
Steph's
don't know.
gonna have something to say about this too. I'm excited for Steph's comments down below.
Yeah, I'm excited for Steph's comments. Love the cook. I'd be interested in talking to the cook.
We have, I
Uh,
mean, we,
yeah.
I we we've gone back in the kitchen at Crooked Handle. Like it's fantastic having those. I like the opportunity when it's on the menu too. You can buy the kitchen or a staff around. Like
Hmm.
a couple of
Oh yeah.
establishments I've been to, and I've done it before in Canada. A lot of places I have it on the menu. You can buy, and the staff will come out and like ring a bell or something like that. That's awesome. That jubilation or whatever. Like if you have the means to do it, and I wish more places around here would offer that opportunity,
Hmm.
especially for the haunts and the places that we frequent.
Yeah.
Because like
That'd be cool.
we've cracked beers before, and like Sarah and people at the barrel, they will partake.
Hmm.
On Friday, I was like, "Hey Sarah, pour your. Are you gonna drink something?" Because I knew she was getting to the end of her shift, and she goes, "Yeah, but you don't have to." I was like, "Put it on my tab."
Mm.
And JT's of the same ilk where he will do, but they don't prompt you. They're not like egregious about it or whatever. But
Mm.
put put it on your menu. I
That's
I
a good
like that.
idea.
I like
Yeah,
being
put it
able
on your menu.
to,
I'd do
especially
that. I like
take
that.
take care of people.
The one thing I don't like is when someone says like it's customary. Then I start getting like,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No.
I'm not following your fucking rules like on this
Yep.
bullshit. And this is my mom's gonna love this conversation because uh it's coming up constantly with the cruise that we're going on. And I've never been on a cruise other than the Navy where you don't tip anybody.
You're gonna have such a good time. It's like the boxer on steroids. There's gonna be a
Oh,
captain's
that's
call.
not good. That's not good. Yeah, they're gonna have captain's mask for all those who
Captain's
fucked up.
mask. Sorry.
Captain's call is something too. You know, where
Yep.
they get the ship together, have the captain give an announcement. But like like my sister's like, it's the room attendant, and it's this big thing, and it's like this established customary thing, and I'm like, whoa, the room attendant, like in my mind.
Yep.
And she's like, oh, it's because they got to know us and they had our preferences, and I'm like, I want the interactions between me and my room attendant to be like they never remember who I was and I don't remember who they were. It should just be this transactional thing where this is your job and I'm here to have fun. Do what you do. I don't even, honestly, I'll just put the do not disturb sign up for the whole fucking week.
I am 100% with JT on this. When it comes to rooms, like I was a housekeeper when I was 16 for a summer. Boy, there's stories there. There's not enough beer in the house for those stories.
I want to hear them.
On a cruise or in a hotel, don't come in my room. I'm gonna make my bed every day. I will call you if I need something. Like if a kid wets a bed or something like that, we're with the kids. But like on a cruise or whatever, I don't need the towel or whatever. And I'm glad you brought up tipping culture with cruises, because we're going on a cruise next spring too. They upped their tips and now they include that on. They already give you a heads up, but the percentage increases. So when you get on the ship, they're already getting tipped.
Mm-hmm.
But so like every Royal Caribbean we've had, like the people, and I know some Chuggalos are going to be like these insufferable pricks, but you have a relationship with the person, like when you do the dining, because they're coming to you all the time, they're getting you your drinks and food or whatever, but you establish, this goes to conversation. On the last 4 cruises we've been on, we've had an amazing maitre, not a maitre d', but waiter or waitress, and we're involved, like we know where they're from or whatever. They're being charming or whatever, but they know that their living is made on those tips, and we tip them out personally. But like the room attendant or something, whoever is making the bed or freshening up the room or whatever, I'm with JT. I'm putting that do not disturb every day, and they have to come in at least one time during a 7-day cruise. Understood. I don't. We're fine with the towels that we have. We don't need. Go focus on other people's rooms, because there's other people that want that attention. We don't
I don't
care.
want the
Like
attention.
don't come in my room. You don't need to. I'm not leaving a crisp 20 out or whatever, and it's awesome what they do or whatever. I'm gonna do it with the people that I have a relationship with, like the fancy dinners and stuff like that, or like the person that's bringing you drinks at the pool or whatever, so you get that extra. Because most people buy the drink package and stuff like that, but it's like an all-inclusive. You're still tipping those people out because they're going above and beyond. Like you're getting extra attention. They're always coming, like, can I get you a drink or whatever. I understand that. The room stuff, no. Because I don't, even in a hotel, I stay in hotels every month. I don't want, like, I'm making my bed. I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need it. I don't know. I just don't want it. I don't want you to. I don't want to know you. Like what?
No.
I just don't see how this could go above and beyond. Like, oh, you got me extra towels because I wanted some extra towels. That's your
Yep.
fucking job. Like, I just don't get how we got to this point where it's like they did something nice for me, so I'm gonna tip them $1 bazillion. Like doing something nice for you is literally the point of their
It's
job.
the towel animals. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the towel animals. They're gonna make like an elephant towel, and you're
Oh
gonna
my
be like,
God.
oh, that's great because
I
you love
feel like
elephants.
I feel like maybe I'm just an asshole. I don't give
No.
two
This
shits
is
about towel animals.
we're the same on
I just don't
rooms, and
care.
I'm not. Don't come in my room. I don't need that. But food, drink, and stuff like that, hell yeah. Like you're gonna go above and beyond, and I'm gonna take I bring a fat stack of, and I tip those people out because there's something there that I want and need. The room shit, no, I don't need that. I'm gonna clean my room. It's not like we walk in and it's just like, we're fucking throwing shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're neat and tidy people. I don't want you in my space. Like, I want to be able to leave my shit out. Like, I'm not worried about it. Like, my in-laws, and they're going to listen. Like, everything gets fucking thrown in a safe. Like, because
Mhm.
they don't want people like I don't want that, like when I put that do not disturb, don't come in my room. I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave my computer out or
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I
leave
don't want to
leave my
have to
keys or
clean. Yeah. Like put my shit away
yeah, I'm
every
not.
day so that someone can make towel swan for me.
Yeah, that's another one you're gonna get. God, you're so excited. You're already prepped. You already know
I'm
the
good. I'm
gimmicks.
good. I'm sure I'm gonna have fun. I don't want my mom to think that
You're
I'm like going into it not gonna have fun. I'm
this
I'm
this is the
I'm
minor
just
stuff. You're gonna
so
have so much
sick.
fun.
I'm so sick of seeing and hearing about cruise rules and customs and all this stuff. It's like this is a vacation. I have to like remember all this stuff.
You're
Like
gonna have such a
there's
good
this and
time on the
there's that
cruise.
and there's a guy. Don't when you walk down the halls, make sure that you salute with your left foot. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like I should just go back into the Navy. It's all these fucking rules.
Yeah. You're gonna have a great time. Cruises are the
I'm sure I
best.
will. I'm sure I will. Well, I don't think they're the best, but maybe I will afterwards. Going to Cancun
I'd
changed
rather
my
do
life.
it than any all inclusive or anything like
Really?
that.
You'd rather
Oh
do a
yeah.
cruise than
I
that?
I
But you like
100%.
people. You're like way more into people than I am.
Um, but I can go into my room and that's right. Because I have days where I don't want to leave my room and everyone
Hmm.
else. So like I care about the room and because I'll just sit there and watch movies or it's my vacation. There's other people trying to dictate my vacation, and I'm not saying when kids are involved, but like an adult vacation, and they're trying to make me feel guilty because like there are days where I just need to turn off. But
Hmm.
believe it or not, JT and I, when we do this podcast is outgoing and gregarious. There's other times where we're like, just fucking turn it off. Like I just want to sit here and play video games or, you
Hmm.
know, watch movies or take naps. Like I'm gonna freaking take a
Oh,
nap.
naps are the best.
We started recording this morning, but we got together at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday.
Hmm.
Like it's just that's just put everything fun first, and then wind down. It's like that crescendo.
Yeah, but we dictated it how
Oh
this
yeah,
was going to go.
100%. We
There was
dictated
no
it.
one else dictating it.
This is the best way to do it.
Yeah,
Do
we'll
you have
see.
anything else you want?
I'm sure I'll love the cruise.
Oh yeah.
I have the results of the most recent Great American Beer Festival. We could probably just drop it in throughout the rest of the podcast,
Hell yeah,
maybe.
let's do
And
that.
so, yeah, let's crack open some beer.
So
So what am I doing here?
we're separated here.
Yeah.
So I dropped the beer off for the pod. So everyone just knows there's two beers. There's going to be a bottle and a can in there. The can we were meant to share, and he'll
Hmm.
understand. So now
Sorry.
we each have our own can. But we're going to do the bottle first because I feel like we're not going to wreck our palate that way. So
All
it's
right.
interesting because we're talking about king cake organically, and we're going to be doing. I'm excited for this for JT. This was suggested by two different Chuggalos to do this beer. I went and got the last 6 pack that was available in the state, I think. So
There
it's
it
a
is.
Beta Fluffer Nutter.
Fluffer Nutter. Hell yeah.
Like, are you excited? Like,
Hell yeah, I'm excited. Oh, they have a Fluffer Nutter Blizzard at Dairy Queen. If you guys know me, I'm an ice cream like fanatic. I could eat ice cream. There are days where baseball takes over our lives and we have like a
yeah,
late lunch. We will literally just get ice cream for dinner, the whole family. We'll just get blizzards and call it a night. And I love it. And there's a Fluffer Nutter Blizzard, and it is phenomenal. Only suggestion I'd make if you get it, swap the vanilla for chocolate ice cream. But in the middle, there's a tube of marshmallow.
these are life hacks by JT. Like,
These are life hacks.
it's going to be buried in nonsensical conversation like over, but JT just gave everyone a life hack 28 minutes into this.
I did. I could
Um,
give you so many life hacks on Dairy Queen. I mean, always if you get a cheesecake blizzard, always get extra graham cracker. And if you get the cotton candy blizzard, which is not really for adults, but here's how you can make it like the adult blizzard: royalize it with strawberries. Boom, blows your mind. It's the best blizzard you could ever have.
I brought this up as a joke. Like he's like seriously life
Oh,
hacking.
dude,
Like, and you could see the passion and the seriousness in your face. We've
Dairy
done
Queen
300
is
plus
amazing.
episodes of this. This is this is why we
Yeah.
do it. I learn
Oh,
new
I mean, I
things.
could give you the
I
inside
made
to
a
Dairy
joke
Queen.
and he took it
I
serious.
love it.
Like,
I love it. Like I hate that there's certain things in life as you get older that people are like, that's for kids, like ice cream. Like, no, dude. Like we love ice cream. Ice cream's for adults. Candy
I,
for adults.
Again, and I was excited. I told JT, and we barely talk about beers ahead of time. I told him on Thursday, I was like, I'm excited for these two beers. And JT, hold up the box. I packed them in there, the box. So
Yeah.
this is like my kids' like activity boxes that, yeah. So then I put a bunch of plastic in there, and then the second beer will be in there too. But yeah,
I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh, that's so we're gonna do this. But Fluffer Nutter, it's from Abita. We're gonna talk about Abita in a second. I've got it up. I've been watching this on my second monitor. It's an 8% white stout.
Mm.
I didn't even know it was a stout. See, I try to. JT's gonna be able to do it better, But let's go with the crack when you're ready. So you're genuinely this is again, I haven't, and this was suggested by multiple Chuggalos. I got this from Pat's, and it was the last 6-pack that they had of it, so I'm glad.
I'm genuinely excited. Fluffer Nutter is the Blizzard I get at Dairy Queen.
This is I didn't know that. Like, seriously.
Yeah, he did not. That is true.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think Abita might be a twist. I didn't want to try though.
Oh, probably. Let me see.
I'm not familiar with
no,
like.
I don't think so.
I'm not familiar with Fluffer Nutter, so you're gonna have to like go into. I was just told I have to go get this beer, so hopefully you go into that. I just want to like.
Yeah, Fluffer Nutter is just a spreadable marshmallow, as far as I know. I don't think there's it's like
So it's marshmallow. That's what I'm supposed to be tasting.
Yeah.
Marshmallow and peanuts.
Yeah, I think so. Marshmallow and peanut. Yeah, the Fluffer is. Oh yeah, like the Fluffer is the marshmallow and the Nutter. I don't actually know. This is like a product, I think, Fluffer Nutter.
Oh, that's like
I
a
only
brand.
know it from the Blizzard. Let me see. Fluffer Nutter. It's a food. Fluffer Nutter is a sandwich. It's peanut butter and marshmallow cream on white bread.
So we've never done Abita before, so you can find out more at abita.com. And Louisiana culture. So the reason I brought it up with like king cake and stuff like that, I didn't realize. I thought Abita. So I'm finding this out organically with all of you Chuggalos. I thought they were from Georgia. Interesting that JT just poured it. So we can do the about. Yes, I'm 21, and look, I've got a about us. Louisiana's original craft brewery since '86. The first year, 30 miles north of New Orleans, 1,500 barrels of beer. We had no idea. 86 though, so they're one of the OGs. They've been around. Still open as a 100-seat. All about the people today. Still brewing exceptional ales and lagers, small batch root beer, sodas, hop water, and whatever. It's all about the culture, and that's what you think right there. I love 5 people grabbing bottles from a bucket all at the same time. That never happens. That's so staged, but it all starts with our water.
But they're dancing. It's not
Green
staged.
Brewing. Look at that. Connect with Abita. Barney.
Yeah,
Andy
they
Gator.
They know a thing about box art. That's for sure.
Box art. Yeah. So Abita is a staple. I would almost say that you could probably get Abitas at gas stations. So they're like almost like they go through. They permeate the culture. So we'll just check out beers. Oh my, probably a lot. Explore our beers. They're very sweet tea. Go figure. Hop water. King Cake soda. Oh,
are they owned by anybody? I feel like there's a very corporate feel to this because and this is a good thing. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything. It's like the diversity of the people in the advertisement video we just watched, or the GIF, and then the beer styles.
Yeah.
Like having a tea hard seltzer and having, king cake or whatever. It's like very on trend, and it's like right in line with where the industry's at.
Nope, they own themselves. Abita Brewing.
Oh wow, great! Look at that. Well, they just have great ideas and great marketing, great research, R&D maybe.
All about. I'm gonna stop. Go back to my beautiful face.
Gotta have it.
Again,
Now that
so
maybe I don't know if I was
one of the
shrunken,
big
but
one of the big guys in the craft brewery, but
Yeah.
they're self-owned, which is always good to think of that. Our first, sorry, Stacy, our first Louisiana beer, because we haven't done Abita before.
Oh, no shit. Wow. Our first Louisiana beer. Wow. Who knew?
This is
You did, apparently.
I'm just gonna guess that this is our first Louisiana beer.
Yeah,
I'm
probably.
98% confident on that. But so Chuggalo Pete, I'm gonna outshout him. He goes, "You have to go get this beer." Chuggalo Pete is from Florida, but his family is split between Florida, and he will be there. He's building a calendar, but he goes, "Go get this beer." He's a red beans and rice guy, which is one of my favorite.
Oh, I like red beans and rice.
Oh my god! And he makes it. Oh, the sausage that they get, it's all in the sausage for them. But
Oh yeah. See, I've had it in a Jamaican place where it was awesome. Not served with sausage. Served with jerk pork.
jerk pork.
Oh, I fucking love it. That is so like I often talk about the pineapple rice, but
Yeah,
jerk pork that I had in Cuba at a Jamaican restaurant run by Jamaicans. Everything's authentic. That might be. It's tied for first, probably best meal I've ever had in my life.
pork is my go-to meat for Asian cuisine. Chinese, fried rice. I want pork. Pork.
Okay.
We're coming into Thanksgiving. This is my hot take. I'm done with turkey. Turkey is
yeah, dude.
boring ass meat.
Uh-huh.
Everyone wants ham or pork.
Turkey is a boring meat. I will agree with you.
It's a boring meat.
Prefer
tradition is the only reason why turkey exists. It's everyone's traditional.
Yeah, I agree. It's the Thanksgiving tradition to have turkey, but I think people are coming around to the idea of maybe we could buck tradition on many things, not just Thanksgiving, but all tons of stuff. And I think it's like, well, why would we do this if we always have this turkey left over?
Yep.
Because everyone eats all the other stuff. Why don't we just have like more sides, and we'll just cook a tiny turkey?
Yep.
Get the smallest one, and then we have it. Like I think that's kind of the direction our family's been going, and we have like all the best sides, all the best desserts, and all that stuff, and we just gorge ourselves on that stuff, and no one feels guilty about not having the turkey because it's like we've all agreed that that's not the star of the show, and it never was. We all just lied about it.
It's I love my in-laws. It's my father-in-law's favorite holiday. He loves all the accoutrement and everything like that. Even he agrees.
Yeah.
He would rather have, but it's tradition, and I appreciate that. I'm a traditionalist. That's not a shock to JT. It's not a shock because this is the way we've done things, and I appreciate that. Everyone knows though that the turkey it's not imparting all the flavors and stuff like that. It's just a vehicle for other things. Like I'd rather have the mashed potatoes. I'd rather have stuffing. Like
I think people enjoy cooking the turkey. I think that might be part of it. Like there's definitely a group of men who enjoy frying turkeys in their yards. There's definitely a group of people who like experimenting with different oven cooked methods.
Yep.
You could smoke a turkey, whatever. And that's part of, if that's what you like, great. But just know that once the skin's off, once you get through the skin, it's all just turkey.
Yep. And people get off on like light meat and dark meat and stuff. It's all the same to me. I never grew up knowing there was a difference. And in the last decade of my life, people are like, I only like this or I only like that.
Oh yeah, see, I don't the dark meat's obviously fattier, so
it's all the same. There's nothing like I like that it brings people to the table and we all have a passion about it, but turkey is so low on the craveability. Beef is better.
I think it's low on the craveability. I will say I do eat lunch meat, turkey sandwiches.
Yeah.
But if you
Poultry
want
is
a
just
better
bad.
bird, get a duck.
Duck. Oh, okay. So duck. There we go.
Duck is what's up. It's more expensive, but now every time I go to Thai 9, duck curry, best dish on the menu, hands down. Nothing better at Thai 9 than duck curry. Also, Masaman, which is in Dayton, duck curry, awesome.
You just did
But
the
duck,
episode title right there. You didn't even know I wrote it down.
hell yeah, do the duck.
Duck is what's up. That's
Duck
the
is what's
episode
up.
title.
Ooh, I like that title. You know, I noticed that we get about 20 more plays when the title is could be like gay sexual. Like we had one that was
it's like the burping.
one called Protruded Cheeks had like 20 more plays than every other episode.
Yeah.
And I found out what that beer was that I had with Mike. It was Chefly Pumpkin Ale. It was really good.
Oh,
Really
Chefly. Yeah.
Chefly, yeah.
Which
we did on the
that's
pod.
a good one. I've had that before.
Okay.
That's a highly rated one. People recommend it. Like, and then there's the difference between pumpkin beers and Marzens and stuff like that. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to yuck people's yum. I want to talk about this beer because I've about smoked it. God,
I just wanted to make sure
this one's going to be a longest episode. There's going to be 12 people that watch 6 minutes of it, but that's fine. Well, it's my beer, JT, so you have to go first.
All right. I'm surprised by the color. Maybe that's what a white stout is. I should probably look up what a white stout is.
Lactose.
Oh, is it lactose? That's it? Because it's definitely lighter than a normal stout. Considering the white stout, we're heavy on base malts and flaked grains with small additions of crystal and chocolate malts. That's what it is.
Crystal is generic. That's like saying you have Citra hops. Like Crystal is very generic for malts.
Yeah.
It's like the biggest malt.
Weave in some of my research here and see, it doesn't look like there's any white stouts on the Great American Beer Fest. White. Let's just search white.
The biggest white stout that everyone's going to be familiar with is like Dragon's Milk. Like that's like from New Holland.
They don't even have white stouts on the Great American Beer Fest.
No. It's a niche, but there's a couple of big players in that.
There's tons of niches on this Great American Beer Fest. They even reviewed non-alcoholic beers. They have reviewed non-alcoholic Oktoberfests, which was Octopi won that category. Well, silver. They got a silver out of Wanakee. Anyway, let's talk about this beer. Yeah, I think it does need to warm up a little.
Really? JT coming around.
The flavors are starting to come out. The flavors are coming out, getting sweeter. As a cold beer, it was bitter, and it almost had no identity at all when it was really cold. Now that it's warming up a little in my hand, I actually taste a little bit more sweetness. I actually found out, I was reading some article, must have heard us talking about it. It's the same like with, do you get bourbon on the rocks or not? People will argue you shouldn't pollute it with the water. Actually, the ice cubes do push flavors out through aroma and stuff. So it's actually some of the distillers will give you their own bourbon on the rocks when you visit their distillery.
This came up last night at 5th Street. We ordered Elijah Craig after a couple of beers. I got Elijah Craig on the rocks, and Chuggalo Aaron will be at the calendar build, by the way. He's repping a few calendars himself. Got it neat.
Got it neat.
It was Elijah Craig small batch, in case people ask.
People will ask. So the smell it has this kind of it actually kind of smells like a sweet stout, like a regular dark stout. When you on the nose, you're not going to get what you think this beer is. And maybe we should do some can art boner. Can art boner, Fluffer Nutter. There it is.
I wish I could have the soundboard, but that's
got peanuts and marshmallow fluff. And on the back, there you go. There's the back. It's fine. It's good. I don't know what the box looks like. It's not going to catch your eye. But the name will. The name certainly will. Fluffer Nutter. So on the nose, traditional sweet stout, kind of lactosey stout.
Yep.
And on the taste, boy, lot to be desired here. No, and I don't want to. There's nothing bad about this beer, but the promise of Fluffer Nutter, boy, man, what a great idea! It is just buried in this beer. It's buried underneath the beer itself. Man, I wish it was better. I just wish it was better. Maybe try doing this in a regular stout. I don't know. Maybe the white stout. I don't know. I guess you get to the marshmallow sometimes through the lactose. Some places put real marshmallow in the beer.
Yeah.
Some places put milk sugar in and call it marshmallow. And I think that might be, maybe that's what's happening here, is they're using milk. It boasts a creamy mouthfeel layered with flavors of toasted malt and notes of marshmallows and peanut butter. So it's like what
JT,
they did
doesn't this label feel like sun drenched? Like I'm
it does, yeah. It's
squinting
really
to
weird.
like
It's like white. It's like washed out.
yeah. Your
It
camera is so
is.
much better, but like
It's
I've
like
tried to.
yeah, washed out jeans. Super bright, super like white and light blue. What the description implies here, after having read many of these labels for the hundreds and thousands of beers we've had, when it says it boasts flavors or whatever of toasted malt and notes of marshmallow and peanut butter, that implies that perhaps they're using the malt and they're using the sugar and they're using the ingredients that are standard to elicit peanut butter and marshmallow. They did not put peanut butter and marshmallow in this beer. And that is one of the big differences between the breweries that we usually give high marks to and the
Yep.
breweries where we kind of give average marks to. Is if you play with them, yeah, there's an art to playing with the malts and charring them enough, making sure you've chosen the right ones. The mixture of the chocolate malts and the standard malts and whatever other malts there are, and the inclusion of milk sugar in just the right way that makes the beer taste a certain way. But then there's the 450 Norths. There's the what's that one that had like the dog from the slushy machines on it?
RAR.
RAR. There's these
Yep.
breweries who are just like straight up dumping marshmallow liquid into the beer. Okay, fine. So you've made this beer. I think you could line this up with 4 other stouts that you've done the same thing to. You've run the science. You've done that, and you can have refined palates tasting it. And if you don't tell them what it is, I don't think you're going to get it. I think someone's going to say a sweet stout. They're going to, well, I don't even know. You might even be dipping towards like an ale of some sort when you really get down to the base flavor. Go ahead, Matt. You were going to say something.
I'm not familiar with Fluffer Nutter. I think like.
But
like
peanut butter and marshmallow.
It's peanut butter,
you know those flavors.
Marshmallow fluff or whatever like that.
Yeah. Here's what I think. You make a stout. Just be real with us. Put some peanut butter in there. Put some marshmallow in there. Yeah, it costs more. Charge more. That's fine. Whatever. I think this beer. Oh, the promise. And it says limited series and everything. Like it's just like you have a limited series. Like go the extra mile. I'll be. It'll be interesting to learn. Someone's gonna be like, there's peanuts in there. There's marshmallow in there. Okay. But it says brewed with milk sugar, vanilla, and peanut flavor. Yeah, so I mean, come on. So the vanilla milk and the milk sugar is what you're passing as marshmallow. Okay. You didn't do enough. That's all I think. Not a terrible beer. Really fails to deliver in this amazing just the delivery mechanism being the bottle that says Fluffer Nutter. just didn't deliver the product. But it's, overall, it's a drinkable. It's actually really good. It's even, I would even call this approachable, um, from like a novice level. But I'm going to give it a 3.0.
I'm I'm okay. Off the top rope, so multiple people are very excited about this beer. I can see why they're excited because there's a gimmick associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
People resonate with Fluffer Nutter. Obviously, it's JT's favorite Blizzard, which I didn't realize. So the alcohol is of no consequence here. So just go with it from a gimmick,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the tough thing. Like thousands of beers into doing this podcast or whatever. It it's okay to be like if you're just going to do like a pills or a lager or something like that. It's okay to
Yeah.
be a standard or whatever.
Yeah.
This is promising or this is offering up to the drinker. This is going to be a gimmick, and it elicits some sort of gimmick. Like people have a palate memory when it comes to, if
Mm-hmm.
you say Fluffer Nutter, like the art is on point because it goes, hey, this is what this beer is going to deliver. It doesn't deliver that. Like it doesn't excite the palate
Mm-hmm.
once you've had it, and that's where this beer falls short. Um, and that truly is unfortunate because people are excited and people are seeking. Again, I got the last 6-pack. They ordered a lot of this beer. It's perfectly fine as a beer. It's just
Yeah.
not. It's not shocking me, or it's not like wow. Like I've got an insatiable desire to drink more of these. It it just doesn't live up to the promise that the
Yeah.
label provides. Off the top rope, I'm very close because this it's getting downgraded, not because it's not the drinkability or anything like that. It's getting downgraded because it doesn't deliver on
Mm-hmm.
what is suggested by the label. Off the top rope, I'm at a 3.0 too. Like
Sometimes that happens.
it again, it's because it doesn't deliver.
If you pour it brutally and get the foam, there's more smell there. I'll say that.
Yeah.
If you
So
just
there's
be absolutely dangerous with the pour.
yeah, just pour it like Matt does. Just be a complete fucking asshole. Um, and it's unfortunate because again, now this beer was for JT. The second beer is for me.
Ooh.
Um,
There were no medal winners in the Great American Beer Fest from Louisiana. Just so you know.
again, it's a production
0.
facility, so like, but Abita is a staple.
Let's see if the
Um,
Abita is in there and just not under Louisiana. Let's see. Abita. Maybe they're protesting. Nope. They're not in there. Nope. They didn't win anything. All right, let's go with the second beer. Sorry to
I'm
cut you off there.
no. It's all great content. We're 54 minutes in and we're just getting to the second beer.
It's all good.
I don't have a koozie for this one.
Ooh, look at this
This
little
one I'm
can.
excited for.
Ooh, damn.
If you're ever on Craft
Yeah,
Beer
obviously
Geeks,
we should have shared this. Holy shit.
I'm
Wow.
excited, dude.
This is crazy.
I'm God, so it's I don't have a giant hand. This is
Giant hand beer.
do you see the
Look at
guy
how
on
huge
Craft
our
Beer
hands
Geeks? He
are.
does that with like the 12 he's just got giant like Andre the Giant hands.
Hmm.
This was the beer that we were supposed to share. I don't have a koozie for Hoppin Frog does this a lot where they do 8-ounce cans
Hmm.
and 8.6. I don't even know the terminology, but Bite of the Beast. We've done Hoppin Frog. I apologize, Chuggalos, for the purists out there. I've done a lot of Hopping Frog in a row. A lot of these came from my cellar. This is a fresh beer that I knew I wanted to do because I love barley wines.
It's called a
I'm excited.
stubby or a pony.
It's a oh, I know bottles were ponies, but I didn't or grenades.
An
I'm
8
excited.
ounce and an 8.4 ounce standard cans are known as squatties or stubby cans. The term king can is used to describe larger size beverage can. What?
So a 12 ounce is a king can? Give me
I
a
don't
king
think so.
can of Busch Light.
That's dumb. All right, but squatty, stubby, and pony.
I'm just JT, when you go into the can art boner, because there's a little bit more. If you
Oh
would
yeah,
read the paragraph
I'll
that's
read it.
there.
Yeah, sure.
I'm super excited. We were meant to share this, but
Yeah,
I
it's
go,
gonna be
this is going to
nuts.
be fantastic. And we don't have to go anywhere today, everyone. So
Yeah.
it's a very safe 16.6. I love barley wines. They're my jam. So are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Oh. Again,
It's
thank you,
thick.
JT, for allowing this to happen.
No, thank you.
Four,
I don't
four,
think I have any
4 ounces is
difficult.
probably all we would have needed of this beer.
Yeah, that's all right. Clean up here.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I'm gonna pour it. I'm gonna pour it.
That's smart. Think about your decisions. Holy.
This is gonna be interesting. Here we go.
Once you read the can.
Whoa.
Wow. You know what? I'm glad we're not driving.
Holy shit.
Chuggalos, just if you're with us at this point, or this is the 4 minutes. I debated when I got up this morning about going over to JT's because I love the carriage house. I'm glad that we're doing this distance now that I've cracked this one.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Damn, dude. All right. Let's just read it, even pre can art. Let's just see what this thing says. There it is. All right. The fanged frog of Thailand is a diabolical beast of the forest. In its honor, we loaded this English barley wine with bundles of Thai chili peppers to make a spicy brew that would bring the heat of the jungle to your taste buds, balanced by sweet caramel and a backbone of black treacle. Treacle. I don't know what that is. Treacle. This brew will bring out the devil in you. Akron, Ohio. Store in a cool place. Well, the carriage house is the coolest place I know. It's being stored here.
I didn't realize there was Thai chili peppers in there until you read it. I was like, "There's a spice to this beer." Like I thought, I thought it was the alcohol. Because I was like, "Oh, there's a paragraph," and I saw Thailand, and I know your affinity with, Southeast Asia.
It's hard to differentiate the alcohol from the chili. It's there. There's a distinction, and they don't hide the alcohol in this one, but the chili is deceiving. It makes you feel like maybe that's not alcohol, but it is because you can breathe it out.
The back roof of my mouth is where the heat is, and that's a unique place to have heat.
Mine's in the throat.
As a spicy.
Like right on the little dangly thing.
You know what's interesting? It's an 8-ounce can. It's still a big mouth.
Yeah. They're like, drink the shit out of this. Drink it fast. It is spicy in a weird way. Because
I didn't know there was peppers in it. I'm glad because I just saw barley wine and I got.
I'm glad it is. We talked about Thai duck curry. Duck curry is very, pretty spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is he's sitting on chilies. That's what the frog's doing there.
Just saw barley wine. That's why I bought it. I didn't realize because I love spicy food. Now I see spicy.
I love that frog. Really awesome frog.
Again, I'm so close to joining the Hopping Frog And we've talked about it on my episodes where I've brought the beer, the Rare Beer Club, because I feel like stuff like this, I need to get up there.
Yeah, we should go to
Sorry,
Akron.
Stacy.
I'm going to Akron next year with the baseball team, but I don't know. I'm gonna be having any of this.
Ooh,
there's
that are you?
We do go out. We do go out drinking. I've become really good friends with a lot of the dads on the team, like we mentioned earlier, all older than me. And we go out drinking.
That was probably the pregame. That wasn't on camera. Yeah, you're the youngest travel dad.
Oh yeah. We talked about that off camera, but yeah, I'm youngest dad on the team, but they like to partake and imbibe, and maybe we'll go to Hoppin Frog.
I wish I had a koozie because I don't like drinking without a koozie. I have. This is one I almost want to bring Steb in on it because I don't know where Steb's going to be on this one. Steb, there's a can waiting for you. The other can,
It's
I don't
a
know
weird
if I.
beer.
It's unique, and I bought it 100% because of the barley wine, not because of the can art or whatever. And hopping, this is another way to differentiate yourself. It's an 8-ounce can. It looks different in the cooler, like. And Hopping Frog does this a lot with their gimmicks. Be different, differentiate, because the can art, JT's going to go into that, but like, I think Steph likes flavor in his food, so like,
yeah, I think he does.
Steph, you've got one of these waiting for you.
Boom.
I could just give it to him at the calendar build. So this is not a beer for Chuggalo Dave. Chuggalo Dave, you're not going to enjoy this. Chuggalo Mom's not going to enjoy this.
Yeah, she doesn't enjoy any beers.
Chuggalos Phil. My Chuggalo Todd is not going to. JT, it's growing on me. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do the can art boner segment. Here it is. Here's the can art. It is definitely a poisonous frog of some sort. Look at that thing. It's got sharp teeth. Do frogs have teeth? Is that thing frogs have? I don't know.
That one does.
This one does. And he's got those bright red eyes. Typically, you see a frog that has noticeable and alarming coloration in some of its features. Typically, that represents a poisonous frog. Usually, it's in their skin, and they secrete the poison. But maybe this frog is bite you with venom. Look at that! Applause, everyone.
Bite you with venom.
And he's sitting on a pile of chili peppers. There's actually I was going to mention this. There's a documentary series on Netflix about like world records, like odd world records, and like one episode is about the cheese roll, rolling the cheese, and then you roll yourself down the hill. I think it's in Scotland every year.
Yep. It's down. You got to try to beat the wheel of cheese down.
Yeah,
no one ever does.
Yeah. No one ever does. But there's always a champion, and so the documentary is about that. It's episodic. The first episode I think is about that. But then there eventually, maybe episode 3 or 4 is about people who eat the hottest chilies, and they actually go and get all these people and bring them together for one like collaborative or contest, and they just go higher and higher and higher to see which of these people who eat all of these hot things can make it the furthest. And it's very interesting. Very interesting. Some people can just eat. There's things hotter than the Carolina Reaper and the Ghost Pepper and all that stuff. They're just like, they don't even have names. They just are called like Pepper 5412. Like laboratory names.
Pepper X is what you're referring
Pepper X.
to.
Yeah, Pepper X. So you should watch that. It's very good.
There's a good hot documentary on is it Hulu or whatever? It's a 10-part series or whatever.
Oh wow, that's
where they're trying to grow. Parts. One of the guys lives in Ohio, but they take it very seriously.
Yeah, so I think the guy in that documentary, now that you mention it, is one of the people on the Netflix documentary.
Yep.
So
I watched it as a spicy aficionado.
Yeah. So we've been watching a lot of hot ones, and I think we're actually thinking about doing a hot ones during Thanksgiving when everyone's here. getting a bunch of people and making
I
them eat
have
10 hot
bomb.
wings.
I have a bottle
We'll
of
have
the
it here
bomb.
soon. Yeah.
You can
Have you
use it.
tried it?
Oh yeah. The bomb is just extract though. Like you've seen my hot sauce collection.
Yeah.
I like hot sauce. I like flavor though. The
Mm-hmm.
bomb has no flavor. It's all shock and awe.
Yeah, that's what they say on the show too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. There's no point other than spiciness.
Like I have Dave's Insanity sauce. Dave's Insanity sauce is what hot ones like used like it was the shot like a decade ago. Like it was like the black label Dave's Insanity sauce. But hot sauces right now, I probably 30 bottles of different
Wow.
hot sauces.
That's a lot of hot sauce.
But
yeah, all right.
But I love hot sauce. So
yeah, I love hot sauce too. I don't collect them like you do, but I just like to find one that I can sustain on for a while. So here we go. Here's the review. Our bonus segment's over, by the way.
That's the right glass, by the way, for
Is
a
it?
barley wine.
I just grabbed the closest one.
It's the right glass.
Yeah.
Snifter.
Chuggalos Phil got this for me. It's from Founders. And the one that I had the stout out of was also the Dirty Bastard.
That's the right stout glass too.
Yeah.
Look at you with glassware.
Look at me. I'm like a pro now. I know how to drink.
We should have shared this beer, JT.
Yeah, this beer's crazy. So caramel on the nose, 100%. That's it. It's like you're smelling a caramel candy. It's this. There's only one smell to this beer. So that is a deception, much like the Thai frog, that you'd not expect the chili to be in this beer. And you take that sip and holy shit, there it is. Now the first sip was much more surprising than the rest of them. The first one was like, whoa, what the fuck is this beer? Lots more of the alcohol came out. And I don't know if it's the combination of like the stout and the Blapple that's doing it, but like this tastes to me salty. Is there a saltiness to this beer that you're tasting as well?
Savoriness? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, savory. Yeah, it's very interesting because it makes you want more. And this beer is very boozy. But after that first sip, I'm not getting a lot of the booze. Now I'm just getting like salty chili and maybe a slight hint of caramel. Yeah, Hoppin Frog is one of those breweries where I thought forever, because of how much beer that they put out. I'm right there with you on Hoppin Frog. Like I need to maybe join the club. The quantity that they put out, I always thought that they were going to be like Abita, where they're just like, here's 10 beers with wild flavors promised, and none of them, you won't taste that in any of them. Like we've seen this with brewers, they say they're one thing and they're just not. But Hoppin Frog seems to be delivering quite well of late. Man, I mean, this beer just has so much flavor. And I do not like spicy beers. I've been on record saying that often. I think you almost made this beer for people like me. It's 8 ounces. So I'm not forced to drink a full 12 ounce or pint size can or bottle of this stuff. It's just, small enough to just have the whole thing. Wow, this is hard because I'm still not sure if I'm being deceived on the savoriness. Weird beer. Well, it's spicy on the back of the throat. That's the one. And then there's some on the tongue, but the tongue's mostly barley wine. Barley wine, and yeah, just barley wine. The caramel kind of disappears. Man, this beer is hard to rate. Because now that I've had a lot of it, like it's all spice. And savoriness, it's like making my mouth water. Like I want to go inside and like have some chips or something. Man, what is this beer? Let's just talk for a little while because I need another minute to like.
Did
rate
we
this
do
beer.
this beer as a disservice? Because part of me is like, if we would have had like a 4-ounce pour of this, would you wanted more of it? Because that's my debate. Like listening to you talk about it, and this is where like people are like, you guys don't talk about beer enough. Like we could talk about this beer alone.
Who said that?
Just lots of people. They're like, it's no longer a beer podcast or whatever.
Tell
I
him to
go,
call me. We talk about beer.
hey, his phone number, it's gonna be scrolled. I'm gonna edit it, and it's gonna be down
Listen,
below.
we talk about beer.
This beer, like I feel like I've been hammering this beer, and I still have a third of it left. I still have a couple ounces, but one part of the reason we started the podcast, this beer, like the Fluffer Nutter or whatever, like we knew the Fluffer Nutter like 2 minutes in or whatever. Like this is a complicated. Again.
I think
I'm probably gonna sign up for the only reason that I don't sign up for more beer clubs is because the shipping sucks. I need to be home to sign for it. Like, God, just fucking. I would pay 20% extra, drop it at my fucking door. Like, I will deal
This
with the
beer's crazy.
consequences.
I think I got my score though. It might surprise you.
I don't think so. Okay. This is gonna be Stev's dream because Stev is the guy that listens all the way through. This is gonna be like your bamboozle. Like it sounds like he's shitting on the beer, and then all of a sudden it becomes a 6.25.
I'm on record for since 2018.
Are you glad that you got all 8 ounces of it?
Yeah, I think so. I think we did. This actually helped it.
This is going to work into my score. I feel like the original plan, we would have split this, and we would have been, working, or we have other life events. The fact that we're doing this early on a Sunday helps this beer.
For sure. Yeah, I would agree there. I would agree. And typically when I come over to the church room, I make sure I eat lunch and stuff. And so like so there's just, and the consequences of your day, I've spent all day working and stuff. Yeah, I think maybe having this early, maybe this is a morning beer, Maybe you eat this with eggs, dude.
Fucking no way.
Because
This
I
is
always
not a
put
morning
hot
beer.
sauce on my eggs. This would be a morning beer on the Royal Caribbean blah 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 cruise, guaranteed. You drink the shit out of this for breakfast.
As a statement,
that sets the tone for your day.
Wow.
You could sustain this. You could drink this 8-ounce beer. You're not committing to a pint. You're not committing even to 12 ounces. You drink an 8-ounce beer on Royal Caribbean, and then all the like rules and all of the don't tip this guy and make sure you pack extra fucking curtains and whatever. They just roll off of you because you're just like sustaining on a 16% beer, and you've had eggs with hot sauce, you've had a hot beer, spicy beer, but you're on the open seas. You're JT circa 2009.
JT just cut a promo on me. I'm intoxicated. That was impressive. Thanks. If there was ever an award show, like I just want to take that 45 seconds snippet, like we could make that into a short. Like that was fantastic. Like it cut me to my core. Like you're like, I'm just gonna be. Oh, this is it. I mean, it's growing on me. A lot of it is the merriment and enjoyment, and the fact that we've been connected for a few hours now.
I'm on record saying that I think spicy beer should go away. I think that putting spice in beer is a mistake. But I think that there's some gastronomic, molecular interactions happening here that are making this beer. They're making my palate believe that I'm having a savory, salty meal with spice, with hot sauce, and not a beer with chilies in it. That's the difference here. Is the beers I've had with hot spice are just beers with spice. This one is eliciting a different flavor. It's making me think that I'm in the middle of a delicious meal that I want more of, that I might ask for seconds of, that I would pay extra for.
Would you seek this out? Would you go buy, because part of me, I want to go buy up this beer. Like, would
That's
you
a great
go buy this?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that unlike most of the beers that I do buy a second time, I think this one has a certain place, and it's got to be. I've really been searching for a beer that I enjoy while eating. Like, there's just something about eating where I have not found the right pairing with beer. Every time it's like the beer just washes away the food. I think this beer would complement Mexican food. It would complement duck curry. It would complement eggs with hot sauce. This beer is the perfect complement to any spicy meal you eat.
The spiciness for all the Chuggalos, it's enveloped my entire palate. So before, like I said, 12 minutes ago, it was the roof of my mouth and the back. It's gone forward. Like, and I do that because that's how it's coating my palate. Like,
You know
I'm
where I think they
glad.
should serve this beer?
Huh?
They should serve this beer at Pine Club. I don't know why.
That would blow people's minds there. Like, that's like a ketchup
the
place.
combination of that amazing steak. That's a ketchup place.
Yeah. For spice. That's what I'm saying. There's not like, people are like,
I see.
Yeah. They
Milk
don't
is
want
spicy,
like
ketchup spicy to them.
Yeah.
No, I think
It's like my
that,
in-laws.
but I think that Pine Club is the type of place, and probably Paragon, which I still have yet to go to. Last time I tried, they didn't have any tables. I think there are people who eat steak like we drink beer. They taste it.
Yeah.
And they know what and they know what they want paired with it. Like, I think the combination, people discount the creamy spinach thing that they have there, but that pairing is like, it's really good to have those two things together, the steak and the spinach. This beer would complement their steak specifically quite well. But anyway, I agree with you. They're probably like a spicy ketchup place.
Killed it.
I've got to retract my previous statements that people should stop using spice. I think this beer has a place. I think it's a culinary beer, and less of a drink than it is a food accommodator, a food
Like
partner.
experience.
It is yeah. You should have this with food for sure. This beer is expertly crafted. I am not a fan of joining beer clubs, but this beer might make me join the Hoppin Frog Club. This beer's a 5, and it's spicy. I can't fucking believe it.
I'm blown away. There's
It's
so much
good.
like, there's a lot of fluff in this episode, but our elocution on the last 20 plus minutes, because we didn't crack this beer till 54, so like we're 20 minutes into this beer, so I just killed mine. I love barley wines. I think barley wines over deliver, like, and we've had great experiences with barley wines, be it in the advent calendar or on the podcast or whatever. Like, they lubricate the senses, and you can deliver a lot because that alcohol is gonna like lift the spirits, because
Yeah, that's true. But we've also been disappointed by barley wines. Barley wines is actually, I think, something that you need to unlock. Like, you're a brewer, you shouldn't even be allowed to brew it until you're coming to the conclusion that you can do something special with it.
I'm bringing up. I should have brought this up before, like the barley wines that we've had. So I gotta do this spreadsheet. By the way, I didn't realize till just now the Fluffer Nutter was the 600th beer that we've had on the podcast.
Yeah. Wow, 600.
I didn't
Well,
realize.
601 was a great start to the second half of our 1200 journey.
Departed Souls Census Pale was $5.99. So Fluffer Nutter was 600. The reason I brought it up was barley wines. So I was gonna look.
Let's look. Just a great
Revolution Straight Jacket Bourbon Barrel. I spelled barrel wrong. Fuck it. I'm just gonna.
You're gonna filter.
No, I'm gonna show everyone.
Oh, you're gonna share it. Oh, look at this.
Barley wine, so Revolution Straight Jacket. That also came in a short. No, that was the. So barley wine. The first one was 20. I remember buying that beer.
Mm-hmm.
And then High Wire, 10 years of High Wire. JT was a 10 on the barley wine also.
A 5.
JT scored the middle column for all the Chuggalos is Chuggalo Cobra, and I was a 4.75. God, those are the two. This is the third barley wine we've had on the podcast.
Wow. So so you don't have the advent calendars on these?
I do right here. 2022. I didn't do last year's advent calendar. So JT, Matt, Stev, Mikey, Michelle.
Oh, you're missing
Ryan,
all my scores? So... I'll get those to you.
Yeah.
I mean, I have them.
You gave a beer a 1, that smoked margarita beer. Do you remember that? I
do. Yeah, that beer sucked balls, dude. That beer sucked balls. That sour ghost smoked shit. I hated that beer. I still remember that beer.
I wish, and that I didn't do 23. This is where. And Chuggalo Smoke Show, Svil, Ryan. Again, I had good intentions, but that's why
it's hard. It's so much work. I mean,
it's the mothership, but this one I keep up on.
Yeah.
I am very close to where we were. You like barley wines. You don't advertise it, but look at that. You're a 5 on today's, a 4.5 and a 4.75. Would never guess it listening to this podcast. But now, I mean, I have the numbers.
You got the numbers. I know. If this was any earlier, though, if it was in the teens of the millennium, I would probably give them worse scores. I think a barley wine's a beer for beer connoisseurs.
Yeah, this is not, we always talk about it. Chuggalo Dave's not going to have a good time with this beer. Like, this is like, you like bourbon. You like something you can sip on. Like,
you got to taste the beer. I mean, you have to really let it sit, separate the flavors, figure it out. It's such a pretentious thing to say. So barley wines in that regard are a pretentious beer.
Yep.
But so are West Coast IPAs, and they're different. It's a different type of pretentiousness. Whereas a West Coast IPA is just someone who really likes hops and is really snooty about it. Whereas the barley wine is I've tasted beer before, and I can taste this beer. I can give it its due justice. There's a craft here.
And that's why I'm probably going to sign up for Hopping. Like,
I think we should. I think we both should. And
Hopping
Frog is delivering.
They care. There's a signature. They need more attention.
We should
go there. We were closer. How far is that away? I've never been
Akron,
up to that.
I think 2 hours maybe.
There's
by the lake, but it's straight it's straight north from here.
That's like 4 hours.
Let me see.
Ohio's a big fucking square.
I'll just look for Hoppin Frog and see how far it is from my house. Hoppin Frog.
350.
Brewery, Waterloo Road, 2 hours 51 minutes.
Okay.
And it's 199 miles.
It's not bad.
No, not bad at all. We could do a 3-hour drive. We stay overnight and come back the next day. It's right south of Cleveland, so
I've never been that way in Ohio.
North of Canton. It's north of Canton. You can go to the Hall of Fame.
it's not a 5 for me. Off the top rope, this is a 4.75.
Wow.
What would make it better? I want more savory. Like that's what
Really?
I want in my barley wine. Yeah, I know. Like
More
I
savory.
love the spice. I didn't know. I bought this can because I love barley wines. And I'm always going to rate them highly because again, brewers aren't taking risks on barley wines because they know the profit margin isn't there. That's my theory. You're taking this because you have the experience to execute it. It's not aged in a gimmick. It's not, like whatever, bourbon barrel or whatever. Like it doesn't rely on that gimmick.
Yeah.
There's thought, there's consequences that go into designing a barley wine. And that's why I appreciate them so much. And that's like the beer style. If I see it, I'm getting it because the thought and the process that goes into it. Like and I love spicy things. It doesn't blow my mind. It definitely increased on me, but I love the spice. I love the big beer. I just a little bit. It's like a 4. I
I
have
thought
to
we
give
were
it a
gonna be in sync
4.75.
on that one. I did. I
I
thought we were gonna. Thought we had it.
You can't just like you
It's
get home
savory.
from a hard day of work or whatever. This is not that beer.
No.
You
This is not that beer.
This is an event beer. Like you're
Hmm.
centering, you're recording a podcast or whatever. Like you're having duck curry. Like now I want duck curry because I want
Oh
to
man, you should
experience
get some duck curry.
what JT talks about. Like I
Have
really
you
want
had the
sushi
duck
now.
curry over there?
No.
I've been really disappointed at Ty Nine's beer tap list recently. The past two
Um.
times I've been there, it's been not good.
So the last week I was on orders and people were asking me like we were in a conference like, hey, what do we need to do? People went to Wandering Griffin. I'm going to say this, I'm going to use our platform. Wandering Griffin is a huge disappointment. Don't go to Wandering Griffin. Don't be lazy. Pine Club is not like the event for this unless you're establishing businesses. Or I've told people King's Table, I've told people Barrel
Yep.
House, and I've told people Tie 9
Hmm.
because everyone likes Thai, and you're like, I don't like Thai. You just haven't had good Thai. Go and they, you can get good sushi there. Sushi
Yeah.
not typically Thai, but like I'm getting off on a diatribe. God, I
No,
want to give
sorry.
this beer. I want to give this beer a 5, but
You
it's a
want to give
4.75.
people the Dayton experience. We had a conference here last February for my work, and I told everyone to go to King's Table. That was the first place I recommended, and they loved it. They came back hungover as shit the next day. It was amazing. Things to do. Yeah, there you go. Restaurants and breweries.
I'm bringing this down, but yeah, this is the schedule. Things to do. It's washed out, but
Yeah. If you're looking for food, that's a little different question. But if you're looking for a good time, King's Table is one I always recommend.
it's
Uh,
close if you're staying close to the base.
yeah, if you're by the base, that's why I recommend it. I also think Carillon is phenomenal, but I think you need to visit the park. The
Yeah.
brewery's great. You should always go to the brewery, have dinner or lunch, but go to the park. The park is like people shit on Dayton for being just this tiny little nothing city, but there's like an enormous amount of history here. Like the country is better off because Dayton existed. Yeah, there you go. What is that? Best costume. Look at you winning.
From last night.
Winning. Yeah. And then I don't know where I say next. Carillon, King's Table. You got some good ones.
Again, we're locals now, so like we know in all your cities, like rep the good places. Like that's all that
Rep the
matters.
good places. Yeah, that's it. That is all that matters. That's it. I'll send us off on this one thing that I did actually research is
Yep.
the Ohio breweries that won an award at the Great American Beer Festival.
Yeah.
And it is Noble Beast won a gold medal in Belgian style sours. They're from Cleveland. The Wandering Monsters Brewing Company, not Wandering Griffin, won in the chocolate beer category for triple chocolate Viator Obscura. They're from Cincinnati. They won a bronze medal. There was a bronze medal given to the Brew Brothers for English mild or bitter. There was a gold medal given to Streetside, which shocks the shit out of me.
The English mild, we've had an English mild every year of the advent calendar, and it doesn't do well.
And it's always awful. It's not a good beer. Anyone who says like English mild is their favorite beer, be weary of that person. That person is a liar. That person
cannot be trusted.
They have a problem with lying. Is a habit for them.
Yeah.
Streetside won for the English style brown ale category. They won a gold medal.
English browns. Streetside. Yep. There's some value in English browns.
Streetside's very ho hum. No offense, Streetside. Do something great. Three Tigers Brewing out of Granville. One for oatmeal stout. They won a bronze. Brink Brewing. Have you heard of Brink Brewing in Cincinnati?
Yes. Yep.
I have not. I don't remember them.
Fringy.
They won for sweet stout or cream stout category. And then that was a bronze. And there's another bronze given to Masthead for IPA for Aliens with the West Coast IPA category. So an Ohio brewer won a bronze medal in the West Coast IPA category.
I need to seek him out.
Think about how that works. You know, you're in the Midwest making West Coast style beers that win awards. And I know you're interested in Wisconsin. Let's see if there's any Oliphant.
Okay. So that's Chuggalo Ryan's favorite brewer.
They won a bronze medal for brown ales.
Really? Their sour program is fantastic.
Untitled Art partnered with Octopi for a non-alcoholic Oktoberfest, which won a silver.
Which we've talked about. Octopi is a contract brewer with Untitled Art. Octopi does Aldi.
Crazy.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. It's all coming full circle. Third Space out of Milwaukee and Vintage out of Madison. Those are the only Wisconsin breweries that did it. And I'll do Illinois because we got some Illinois people. Just real quick. You can go ahead.
There's no Illinois people. Oliphant, their sour program is fantastic.
So many Illinois, it's almost impossible to read them all.
No, all the fibs.
Which is crazy. Green Star Brewing out of Chicago.
Never heard of. We've never had on the podcast.
Pollyanna out of Lamont for American Style IPA.
Great name.
Moody Tongue Brewing out of Chicago for Fruited Wood and Barrel Aged Sour. Ooh, I want to try that.
Ooh, Barrel Aged Sour? Hell yeah.
Barrel Aged Sour, yeah. So we're learning stuff. Double Clutch Brewing out of Evanston. Evanston's where Northwestern University is. They won a silver for the German style alt beer.
Oh, okay. So alt beers are like the new, in vogue thing. They're going to become the IPA. It's like it's a lager, but you have to change your line a little bit. But it's going to be the new thing, alt beers.
Okay. Peace Brewery out of Chicago won a silver for, this is surprising, the German style Pilsner. I'm actually surprised that somewhere I've never heard of. That's a big category right there.
That's the German purity laws with the pills.
That's a legit award. That they need to hang that from the rooftop. Hopewell, we've done Hopewell before. They won for the Keller beer or Zwickel beer category.
Yeah. Eastern European.
Cruz Blanca out of Chicago, Specialty Saison. Moore Brewing out of Huntley won for wood and barrel aged beer. Wow, just straight up wood or barrel aged. They won a bronze. And Humongous Sleepy Chungus beer was the name for Workforce Brewing out of Plainfield, where my sister's from. She lives in Plainfield.
She lives in the. I thought she lived at the stadium where the Blackhawks play.
United Center. Lives at the United Center. She does live at the United Center. That's it. That's Illinois, Ohio, and Wisconsin. If you want to know more about that, look it up. Just Google it, like everyone else does. Like I did. I Googled it. Kind of disappointing. I don't think 450 won any awards. They should have. Nightmare didn't. I looked them up.
People
Here's the thing.
And that's why
Are
we're an
we-
approachable podcast, because we
Yeah.
have our thoughts. Like,
We drink beer for the people. These Great American Beer. I think we should have our own beer festival where we rate beer, all categories, and we rate
all
the
barley
top in
wines.
each category. All
All
barley. No, well,
we're gonna
yeah,
drink them
we
all
might
in the
die.
same
We
day.
might die. I want sours too. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think the Great American Beer Festival. Maybe they've. They're too big for their britches.
I still want to go, but
Let's go. What's stopping us?
Denver ticket costs, but we would have to be like how the Twitch people do, like live, like.
I don't know if I like that. Getting cameras in your faces and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to be on the
Carry
board of people who taste beer.
Become
250 people.
Become a cicerone.
I think Cicerone should become Brew Crew people.
should become Chuggalos.
Yeah, they should become Chuggalos because they would learn a lot about how to taste beer.
We still have a couple episodes between now. Here, I have to bring up the calendar because I can't do the math right now. One episode between.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. One episode left between this and the calendar. I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's going to be the calendar's going. We almost should just record some things from the calendar build and have that be a special episode. But we probably will forget.
Yeah, it's all recording and everything like that. 20 calendars, like she's got to build. She's got things on orders, so
you just have to build one calendar 20 times.
It's a space thing. You know that place.
Oh,
it's a space thing.
Yeah. Well, we're there at 11. I mean,
yeah,
it's a good time to be there.
Recording on a Sunday morning. This is a meaty episode because we were together for an hour before we recorded, and we were talking about some deep stuff. And this is that barley wine sneaking up on us. That's for sure.
Yeah,
sneaking up on me.
To see if people context, we were talking about death for an hour before this. But that's it. I mean, we did it. 3:02. 3:02. That's where we're at here. We have one more episode till the calendar build, which we've been building towards.
Yep.
Since I don't even know. September.
We started. I mean, we build every year, but
we've been building towards it though.
I think August was when we first mentioned it and stuff like that. But 20 calendars.
If you have opinions on pizza, keep them to yourself.
No, bring them in because that's going to be a stat that comes up. JT and I are going to make speeches because that's who we are. We're public people. But things are going to come up. We're going to air some laundry.
We're going to air laundry for sure. I'm going to probably bring all of my
come with your pajamas. This is important because people fast forward to the end. Be comfortable, come wearing pajamas. Yeah,
wear pajamas and or whatever you want. If you think that jeans are comfortable, wear those. It's fine. It's okay. We're not gatekeeping your clothes.
Nope.
We're not gatekeeping anything except for including Rheingeist's dad in the calendar. We're gatekeeping that.
Will be a core memory, like tripping animals, the coffee sour IPA, like core memories. But when she tried to incorporate Rheingeist's dad, it got brought up again on Friday. I said, no, Rheingeist's dad. Huh?
She gets it now. She just didn't understand at the time what we were up against.
Nope.
Yeah.
JT definitely gatekeep that beer. So
why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't we? Someone had to say it. Get that out of here.
There's going to be an English mild. I made sure that Aaron is up for making the. We're going to have to pick the beer that we think. That's going to be JT and I only input the beer that we think is going to win because that's going to be the episode that we record from the carriage house.
From the carriage house.
Probably. Oh, I'm going to bring the camera up.
Mid-December. Yep.
The 14th again. I think last year was the 14th.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's I'm in January. Hold on. Yeah, 14th is a Saturday. Yeah, we can do that.
That's going to be the big episode where
Oh, my wife's got a team dinner that night. But if we do it in the morning, we'll be good.
Well,
That's like
we'll
her
always start
Christmas,
early because it's Matt.
company
So
Christmas thing. Yeah, because it's
yeah,
Matt. Yeah, let's do that. And
yeah.
we're just gonna have a great time. That's all there's to it. That's it.
No, oh yeah, don't
Oh,
leave.
that's not
I
it.
already
I'm
no.
not leaving.
I just refreshing the camera.
That
That's
was
it.
a flash. That's it. Is that
That's
it?
it.
Or we got more?
Okay, we're gonna do a third beer. No, I'm just
Third
kidding.
beer. Third beer. It's gonna
Another
be
barley
Hoppin'
wine.
Frog. Yeah, it's gonna be Hoppin' Frog's 2019 release. That's now aged into 25%.
It's gonna be great. We're just gonna get. You're just gonna see like our heads are gonna be down. Look, this beer is good.
It's called
Beer's
Chili
wet.
X. It's the
Yep.
hottest beer that's ever been made. That's it. That's episode 302. 302 in the books. See you at Barrel House, but not until we see you in 303. Next episode. Next week. Bye.